Hello guys, this is Rose Gegner. How we doing today? So, we have a couple things to do. Did you know today? I didn't know. My coworker told me. He said, "Hey Rose, do you know what's this for right here? You know the pots that you have holes. I thought that was just for hanging. Hanging. The pots. Put the hook in. So no, it's also for the spatula. Little things we don't know how we took for granted." And also, he also told me, he said, "Hey Rose, have you know that when we're not really bored at work, but we're on the our break, and I have my we have a buddy system at work, and we go on break with somebody, or so we help each other out." So he also told me, when you go buy those cup, on the fast food place, and there's a holder, and that holder that there's a cup of that thing, and that can be a holder also, so you can go hold like that. So by the way, I am lagging again, and my internet's kind of slow. So I don't know if you guys can get in, but I hope you can. And please join me and make comments. And so that's what's happening. And there's other things that he told me. It was just so funny. We always have good time at work, and I hope you do too in your work. So tomorrow on my video, I am making my hand sanitizer. So any of you, of course, I'm pretty sure you guys knew this. This is not snake. It's aloe vera, and I went to the store today and tried to find the aloe vera that's already, in the thing ready to go, and you just have to mix. But of course, even aloe vera, it's not there. So I got lucky. I went to Walmart and I went to the garden store, and I asked, if you have aloe vera, and the sales lady told me there's a baby one there, but I found out a baby one with a big mama aloe vera. So I think this one's just be enough for to make the hand sanitizer. So I'm not gonna do it tonight because it's getting late, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing it first thing tomorrow morning. And I wish I can go live from my kitchen, but I cannot. I need to have the desktop over there, and so soon here I'm gonna save some money, and so I'm gonna buy myself laptop so that I can go live while I'm cooking, so you guys can see what's happening in my kitchen live. So this is it. So tomorrow I'm gonna do the aloe vera um, hand sanitizer, and we're gonna do three different types. One of them's not gonna have alcohol, and two of them's no alcohol. The recipe. So one's with alcohol. I am pretty lucky. I went to the my favorite dollar store, the 99 cents, and I found a couple of bottle of alcohol, so I grabbed those two, and so I have it now in my house under lock. So if you come here and try to get my alcohol, it's locked up, so you cannot come in here. um, so the aloe vera, so I have several of them. I bought two plants. So what I did, I just snipped some, and so see, when you see, look at that one, makes that different color thing, and very interesting. But growing up, I know what's aloe vera is all about, and there's a lot. Of course, this one I know, this part of the succulent family, and there's some other succulent, you guys, that you might don't know that um, it can cure for something or help, like for example, allow the succulent, when not just aloe vera, those leaves, berry leaf, funny looking leaves thing. And if you happen to have a low cut or burn, like I have at work, and so what you do, you mash the not really, just pound the leaves just enough to release the the liquid, and then you put the whole thing in there, and it should cool down. If you have a burn, it will, you know, not cure, but it will help, slowing down the heat from spreading, or antibacterial for if you have a cut. So that I knew that when I was growing up, because we have no doctors, and not just we don't have doctors. If we do have a doctor, we could not afford to go see a doctor. And there's 8 in the family, very expensive, very poor, and so that's the story. Me growing up. So if you get sick, that's it. Good luck. Just drink a lot of water and do not play and hide away from the sun, and that's it. So if you want to say something, or introduce yourself, that would be nice. um, so I'm not gonna stay up really long on this live stream, because it's getting late, and I still have to clean my house. It's been 4 days I did not clean my house. It is messy. You do not see the floor. It looks so tidy because it's all, organized. But if you look at the floor, there's a lot of residue from cooking, and, walking around in and out the house, from gardening. So, by the way, today I checked my garden, and all the seeds that I planted after my construction on that low vegetable beds I did. And we have a lot of seedlings. I have lettuces, and also green beans, and I have some squashes, and my strawberry. I have about, I think, one strawberry. I have about 5 strawberries fruit. So it's so cool. And so I will show you the next video when I go visit outside. And also today, when I went to Walmart, I found this big tree, avocado. It was $50. I wasn't planning to buy because it's kind of pricey. But the thing that lured me to buy that tree is there's already avocado in there, baby ones. And I never seen baby tiny avocado, so I bought it. So I closed my eyes and paid for the avocado, because no matter what happened, and if the world is come to end, probably not, just a joke. But I have avocado, or the grocery stores have shortage of avocado. I will have avocado in my house, in my yard. And also, I also bought a nectarine. And this tree, I think it's about like 14. I swear God, I'm not joking. It is very, very high. It's long tree, and it's pre-grown, and already have pre-fruit in there. I think there's about 7 nectarines, baby ones. It's already hanging. So I bought that too. And then I look down on the garden side of, the same place at Walmart, and there are big bushes, and it's wide. It's about, I think, 3.5 feet wide of blueberries, and the blueberries already have berries. So I grabbed that too. So I was a big spender. Usually I don't do that, but I got paid a couple days ago, and so I have to splurge a little bit because I don't eat out. I don't buy nice clothes. I don't really do, much. I hang out my favorite place in this house. That would be the outside. In the daytime, I do a lot of gardening. I do a lot of digging in my yard. It's where my neighborhood, we have about, you know, there's about less than 20 houses in my neighborhood. That's all they can build. But surrounding us, our neighbors have about acreage of them. Like, I have one neighbor, they have 55 acres, and the other ones got 30 acres, 20 acres. And we're surrounded by people have ranches. And so cool. If you just see, if you see one of my video on my YouTube channel, you'll see, driving my hood. I think that was the title. And you'll see just so pretty, every corner you'll see different types of animals, just like a petting zoo. We have somebody, I wish somebody have zebra. That would be really cool. But the most I've seen a lot of cows. Somebody new had he's raising deers for hunting, and also we have little couple donkeys, and we have a lot of horses, and we have chitlings horses. Do you guys know what chitlings? They're tiny dwarf horses, and they're very cute, and they're just the cutest. And then every time you see human, they run away from you, run away and run really fast. And every time, I get so close, I get so excited, and I try to take picture, video of the chitlings. They just run, because they're very sneaky. They run off out the fence, and then when they see somebody stranger, they go one back to their own fence. So the owner didn't even know their horse run off. So yeah, we'll see some wild horses and lots of goats. Lots of goats. It reminded me of home in Cebu. I'm of course I'm Filipino, and I was born in and grow up in Cebu, the island of Cebu, and so our neighborhood, Lapu-Lapu, Sagpurun, Suba, Basbas, there's so many goats just roaming around, like you would go to Europe, and you see, sheep, cows, they're just walking around on the road, on a cobble road. So in Cebu, you see lots of goats. So the mommy goats always, the baby goats follow the mommy goats, and they all call each other so cute. So the mommy always keep an eye the babies, and the mommy would scream, and the baby would answer screaming, and they all just bunch up together and then walking around. And then at night they go home to their owners, whoever that is. I wish they don't do roaming around the street, because most of them, they go to our house and then they're eating the plants. They're feeding themselves. We don't like that. So we always try to. Uh, so my house in the Philippines, it's gated so that they can't just come in and. But some of the goats, get so lucky and they just get in, and they eat some of our vegetables. So by the time my niece or whoever, already get mad and let the goat go away and try to look for the owners, of course, nobody claim until the night, before bedtime. And then that was their goat. Yeah. So, yeah. And so there's other things also. So last time I had video, it was so funny because I got stuck. I don't know what to say. And so this is my third streaming, and I happen to really enjoy it. I told my coworker that, I didn't realize I can talk by myself for 1 hour, a little over 1 hour. I just talk, talk, talk. And that's why he said that's the whole idea is you just talk. So if you have any comments and then you have to share topics and then we can discuss that, we have about 15 more minutes. And then I have to go say goodnight because I still have to clean up and then go to bed. Um, so also what happened today, on the way home, we got so excited. We have this meeting thing about the corona update at work, and uh, some of you guys don't know. I work at the hospital. No, I'm not a nurse. I'm a cook, and there's a bunch of us, but we are the like the career DOD. We're like the cooks for the military. Well, anyway, so we um, so we have to shut down, and what happened is when after the meeting, and then you get so excited because following day it's your Friday. I mean, that day is your Friday. Tomorrow is your day off. You get so excited, you know, to go home when your boss tells you to do something, and we all just forgot. And then by that time, we get to the garage to get into my car, and then the car didn't start. And lucky me, my coworker rescued me, and he was helping me to have that my car get started. And I didn't realize how much expensive battery is. Very expensive. Almost $200 for battery. To believe that? Imagine that if you have no work, and then you just too expensive. Very expensive. I feel sorry for those people, don't have work, and or that, we have limited too, but there's two of us have income, so we're very lucky. And so other thing also, we we are trying. I mean, I'm trying to do is this summer. I'm gonna make some of my video outside, and finally I am going to use my pizza oven outside that I built last summer, and it just need a little tweaking. So right now we have a smoke flow going out, on top, but it was too short. And so when it winds, because it's so windy here in St. Hedwig, it hits, the smoke goes towards our window. And my friend said, Rose, you might want to, put a little pipes there to put that away from your window, because, if you use a lot of that oven and it goes to your window, and you're gonna have you get it? Smoky window. Yeah, that was a joke. But no, it was really real. He told me it's gonna be a smoky window. So that's gonna be my project, and I will put together the video from the beginning to the end, the finished product of my pizza oven, the brick pizza oven, because I really truly did that I did that on my own. I built. I learned along the way. There's a lot of reading and a lot of researching, and a lot of listening to other people who've done it, and to the professional. Even the professional never done it, to people that you know uh, I dealt with rocks, and they don't know that also. They all We all learned the same time as I did, but I think I know more now about that. And lucky me, I did a lot preparing, and watch a la YouTube video also how to build that, what's the best way to do it. And also, read from, other things, not just from YouTube. I put together to put them into one to be really successful. And believe it or not, if you see my oven, I spend less than 1,000. So I work on that project on my day off, and even also during my work days, I put in about an hour or two to put them together, and just a little bit time here and there, and patience to make a product, and then you've seen what you've done, and it is really really cool to see. And I wish I can show you, but I already empty my cell phone, and I can show you what I've done. So if you look at my video on my YouTube, Rose Gegner, that's my name in there on my channel, Rose Gegner. That would be Gegner, and Rose Gegner. And so you'll see the parpet, and also the oven. And the way I did the oven, I did a low dome like that. And a lot of the people, they use just like this, the shape like that. It's not as high. Mine, I did high like that. It's supposed to be like that. And so to contain the heat, just that heat that goes right there. But mine, I made it low high. I think that was my mistake. Low high. And so the heat goes up, right? It rises, and then so the heat's all in that low tippy and inside. But I thought, the heat must go down sometimes. But the it takes a low long to reheat the oven. I learned that from previous. I tried to use it as my fireplace when I have guests, just so that they can see what it looks like, and they get really so excited, that it really does work. The smoke goes that way, or in the wind comes, they go all over the place. But the inside, it's hot, even if you put your hand close, to put the wood inside the oven, and it gets really really hot. So the thickness of the oven is 6 inches, a little bit over 6 inches. Especially now, the outer side, I put the ceramic tile outside. I decided to put the ceramic tile. I thought I was done with stucco, and I've noticed a lot dots, when it rains. And so the sun and the rain, it makes molds on my stucco. So I said, that's gonna be food to be cooked in there. So I decided to use a lot of my scraps tiles for, you know to use it a mosaic, but it's not really, it's mosaic, but the when I did the grouting, I don't really clean it really good, because I wanted it to be look like rustic, like it's been there long long time. So that's the side and the back. So at the front of my oven is I bought the river rocks, the black ones, because I wanted it to match what I have in my house is a smoky blue. So I did, put the rocks one by one. So that also, I have a video of that, how I put the rocks. So you'll see how I built that up from the bottom to up. So you never go from the top, when you work on cement and rocks, always from the bottom, so that they will hold tight. Common sense. They go up and they go around, and it's just so pretty. And it was very therapeutic project That one was, and even the outside when I did the stucco, and you just want to just it relates to like if you are cooking, you're mixing dough or you're mixing mashed potato or you're mixing pancake. That's what I looked at when I mix my cement. It's like doing the when I do my project, when I mix cement, it always remind me of cooking, the ratio, how many ratio this and that, parts, parts of water and solid, put them together. And yeah, you have to learn that too, what types of cement to use on, because when you fired up that oven, more likely it's gonna be, it can go up to the inside temperature. It can get to up to 25 cement to use for the the that oven. And so that I will tell that on the video, and I'm really hoping to finish that maybe before the end of summer. And so that it's summer, and that should be a DIY months when everybody's a go 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 wanna do project thing. And the fire pit also, that's another story. It started with a hula hoop, and I wanted it to be round. I don't want my fire pit to be square. I wanted it to be unique. And when I went to San Antonio Masonry, uh, if you guys never been there, you should try. They are very, very helpful and also sometimes funny. Yeah, sometimes Raul does, and but sometimes they can be very giving. They give you, a discount of this, or they have some rocks or favors, or the bricks, and they'll give it to you almost for free. Not really free, but they make you pay somehow, but for low amount of money. And so the trick to get discount at San Antonio Missionary, you bring them food, and it must be really good food, and then say hello to them, and then there's some days that you need them, and then they'll give you a little discount on some things, and it works. It works. It really does work. So we I met all those people, and it's so nice also because you have like short time, you want to order something for your project, and then you said, when do you want this thing delivered? I said, can I have it really soon? He said, how soon, Rose? And I said, because you give them food, right? Like a quick or crow, for crow kind of thing. They say, how quick? And I said, well, when is the next? Oh, that will be tomorrow, Rose. And next time, they'll surprise you. They'll be there like in an hour or 2 hours, and no extra charge. It's just nice, very nice, very nice. So yeah, and yeah, that's my tricks on if I do have project. Not that I use them, they use me too because I paid, but the the fire pit started. So I wanted, like 3 feet, you know, the ring, 3 feet. So I went to my favorite, 99, and found the smaller hula hoop, and I measured it. It was like less than 3 feet. And so I went, when I did measurement, so I went to the outside of the hula hoop, and then I added, whatever short was that. So it become 3 feet, and so it was so cool. And I dug up the proper thing, so that, because you have to pour cement, like you have mini foundation, but my foundation of my fire pit, um, only this deep. And then my friend said, do you know it's gonna crack? And I said, no, I have other ideas. So what I did, so I dug up, I put sand, and then I shaped that round 3 feet. cross. And I did put, and also I stingy it. I bought supposed to be a fabric, that white fabric, and that's like almost $3 a piece. And I need about, I think, 100. And I don't want to spend that much money just for fabric. And so they have the other kind. It's also made of clay, and it's only 90 cents. So I bought that one. And when I went to San Antonio, Missouri, they also gave me, well, almost gave me favors, and I paid tax, and that was my cost of the favors. It was free, but I have to pay tax for something that there's no price. But anyway, that was a long story. But anyway, so that's what I did. I used that, and a lot of people do not make sure you use it direct to the heat. You have to use fabric. Actually, I've used my fabric, um, the carpet twice now, and none of them got cracked. And but then again, you have to have the right cement. Again, so the cement what I use for my oven, pizza oven outside, is the same cement I use for the fabric. Yeah, you don't want to mess around the strength of the cement for the heat. You have to have the right one. So yeah, I did. So I think total of my carpet. So my friend, he told me, he quote me for 1,600 just for the carpet, and I said no, I can't do that. That's just too much money. And so I forced myself to do it. And I really don't want to do it because I know I have to be lifting rocks again. I remember I did so many tons of lifting from my patio. And oh, that's another story. That's another project I've done. When I have delivery of rocks, they don't go to my backyard because we have the sprinkler system, and I don't want them to crack any of the uh, pipes. So they always deliver right on the curb. So guess what? It's gonna be me. Sometimes, I ordered 4 tons of rocks or something like that, and I always have some kind of use for the rocks. And so I always order a lot because the delivery, it will cost me about $20, 20, 25, sometimes free. But you ask favor, and I don't like favors too much. I don't like to ask favor to people. If I could, I don't do it. But so I have to lift one by one the other rocks, and so that the the carpet. So I did favors, and then I did the 90 cents blocks, and then use the cement, one by one, up to the built up to 3 feet high also. And it turned out really good. So if you want to see the product that I finish, you can look at that on my video, the carpet. Um, so you'll see that is the finale of of the project. When people doing the marshmallow and they have fire, and that was Christmas Day. Um, we have to use that, and so if you try to make carpet, I'll tell you the so because you have to buy the spark thing just to avoid having somebody's house burn. So make sure you buy the spark, uh, guard, and also the crate. Well, the guard, if you go wider, like I have 36 wide. I tried to find 36. It cost me almost $200 for that. It's really expensive just for the crate. And the dome, spark thing, I think it was almost $300, and that was the cheapest one. And it could go more, more expensive. Yeah, really expensive. So you might wanna, shrink it a little bit, like 2.5 wide all around if you wanna do circle. And so, you can save money because yeah, I was really, really, I was desperate to get that crate because I know some of my friends' kids wanna have fire and they get so excited, seeing the fire pit in my yard. And so after the fire pit, I did design. I put favors to look, to break in the white rocks, and so I have bread, and then even on top of the fire pits, the sides, I rounded it, and so you can sit down if there's a fire. You can still sit down and hang around, uh, close to the fire. It's really nice, really nice. I really enjoy that. Until to these days, I look at my fire pit and my kitchen, outside kitchen. I really enjoyed watching them. My hard work really did paid off. So I did build the whole kitchen, if you do not know. I built the whole kitchen outside. We Filipino, if you have the luxury of having a dirty kitchen, it's the outside kitchen. So in the Philippines, the home of Filipino, there's a dirty kitchen and then there's a nice kitchen inside. So the nice kitchen only consists with, you still have the stove and the sink and stuff like that, right? But you don't use that. You go outside and cook and you go to their kitchen. So most of that there, the inside of the house, the nice kitchen, that's where to show off kitchen to the people that come visit. Oh, look, I have nice kitchen. Yeah, but really, we cook outside the dirty kitchen. But we call it dirty kitchen. It doesn't mean it's dirty kitchen. It's dirty. It's just we use it every day, all through the day, and so that's why they called dirty kitchen. So yeah, that's why I have here in my backyard. I have dirty kitchen. Actually, I think I use more inside so far than being outside. So I think my inside kitchen is the dirty kitchen, and then my outside kitchen is the show off kitchen. So oh, that was funny. But so the so that's what I got. So that's you see that video, all the that project, and also I did the flooring of. That's another video that I did not put in on my channel yet. I lay tiles and I lay tiles on the front porch and also the whole patio outside. Oh my God, it was too much work and it was a back killing machine. My back was killing me and I had that sciatica problem. I have to go to therapy. Yeah, yeah, and therapy is not cheap. It was $30 copay after my insurance pay. So it is, and then you have to go there almost every day of the week. But I told them no, because no, that's a lot of $30. And 16 times 30, that's a lot. Because that's how much my doctor gave me approval to go, you know, to get, you know, uh, to get fixed up. But it was just very simple exercise. By the way, so that's the project. So tomorrow, I am going to make that hand sanitizer. It will be on the video first thing in the morning. And so that's why it started. And so we're gonna make three types of hand sanitizer. There's one's gonna be made with vinegar. There's one's gonna be made with bleach with of course diluted. Also one with of course with alcohol, but I think I like the alcohol one. But I bred the also you can use. Do you know that you can use peroxide also? And the peroxide it's more effective than the alcohol. And uh, peroxide is much cheaper than the alcohol. Yeah, imagine that. And they also, I read that they also suggest that if you mix peroxide, you have to add water a little bit to dilute it a little bit before you make the sanitizer, so that it's not too strong for your hand. Especially you're gonna add, some aloe vera or something. And also we're gonna add essential oil, because I bought essential oil. They're not cheap, but I did buy, just so that, to show people. And that's gonna be really cool, because I never done hand sanitizer before. And I've, you know read and knew about that long time ago. But why make, right, when you can just buy at the store? But see, in this situation, since the corona thing, we run out of everything. So if I wish I know how to make toilet paper. So my coworker asked me, "What if you run out of toilet paper? What would you do?" And so my coworker said he's gonna go shower, and I said, "That's just so disgusting." I said, "Ew, it's just, I cannot even imagine." But to so I told him, I said, very simple. If you run out of toilet paper, you know what you can do? Get rocks. And he said, "Oh my God." I said, "Yep, rocks." And then all you do, just throw somebody else. But yeah, that was the talk of the day today. But I also seen my friend posted, the pandan leaves in Hawaii. They roll up the panda leaves on the toilet paper holders, and they do pandan leaves. Also they use also in the Philippines. No jokes. The people who live in the mountainside, they use papaya leaves. Yeah, papaya leaves, and I think that's very effective. If you've seen papaya leaves, they all have that turn thing. Oh yeah, yeah. Or ashes. Yeah, that's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna sign up really soon here. We're over our 30 minutes, and I will see you on my next video, and also my next streaming. I might stream tomorrow live on my, I'll make it here in the office. How to make that. I will move some table here, so that I can have, live how to make sanitizer. All right. And if you run out of toilet paper, this is all I can say. Go to the market, grocery stores. They always have those flyers. That's what we use in the Philippines growing up. Yeah, we don't have toilet paper. We use newspaper or whatever paper. Yeah, it can be rough, but yeah, it does work. Been done that before. So I'll sign out. This is Rose Gegner, and I hope you'll watch me again tomorrow. So see you guys. Don't get panic on Corona. I know it's really got. They said it got really really bad, but I have a feeling really that this all gonna get resolved, and everybody's gonna go back to normal, and everybody, all the groceries gonna be filled up with food and toilet papers and all that stuff. And you're gonna laugh yourself because you overdid it. You overshot of toilet paper. And then there's some people did not get some. But lucky me, 2 months ago, I have a feeling it's gonna be like this, because I've seen one like this in the Philippines growing up, but it was not virus. It's all about martial law, and the Russian us with rice. I remember all these things. So I always have food in my pantry. I always have water, drinks, and stuff like that. And we always have toilet papers and towels. So I don't have to go, fight at the grocery store. So I just watch on the news. So Next time, guys, always have food prepared for your thing. So when we, okay, before I sign out, so the reason why we always have food at home, grab the Ziploc bag and, carry it with me. But in my husband's story, I'll tell you a little story before I sign off. It's so funny. When we lived in Hawaii, and remember that in India or in that was Indonesia that they have that tsunami and it washed off, almost the whole place, and they have so many people died. And so that tsunami, oh, I think there was also there's somebody's earthquake, and then the tsunami came to Indian side, and then they also have a tsunami alert in Hawaii, and so that was our first tsunami alert, and I worked up on the mountain, but that was a nighttime. I'm already home, and my husband was home from his business trip. And next time, there's alert, you need to go, you need to leave your house, this and that. So I grab, my essential Ziploc bag, emergency bag. And you know what my husband did? Because that was the first time we own a flat screen LCD TV. Well, guess what he grabbed? You got it. It was the LCD TV he put in the car, my trunk. Yeah, and that was. And so I told my husband, "Are you kidding me?" And then he said, "Well, this one's really expensive." But yeah, we took the TV, my son, and the three of us. So everybody was there. Yeah, my husband grabbed the TV. Same thing when we had the earthquake in Okinawa. We just had my son. I was just my son's only not even a year old, and then all of a sudden there's an earthquake, and my husband, instead of grabbing our son, he grabbed the TV. He loves the TV. Yeah. So now you guys know that's a secret. My husband loved his TV. He would rescue the TV before the child or me. But okay, guys. So I sign out. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow. And if I go live, it's gonna be in the afternoon or early in the morning. So thank you for watching, whoever you are. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Signing off, Rose Gegner. Please do not forget to subscribe. Rose Gegner.